Hey, real fam. Let me test the sound. Let me test the sound first. Let me test my sound. Hey, real fam. All good, all good. Hello. Good day, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is from your area. Where I am right now is exactly 8:10 in the evening. That is an essay. If you're not an essay, please comment and tell us what time it is in your area. And yeah, just let us know where you are tuning in from so that we get to know where you are and where you're joining us from, where you're watching from, and exactly what time it is, where you are at this very moment. Anyway, welcome to Real Talk with Ntabi, a channel where you can expect everything empowerment and transformation. So, fun fact. Fun fact is this is my very, very first time going live at this time of night. It's the first time, and I'm excited and I'm hoping that you're gonna enjoy this conversation. So today we are having a YouTube masterclass. So if you're probably wondering, but Ntabi, you are not a part of the YouTube creator group, why are you doing a YouTube masterclass? So I am doing a YouTube masterclass for beginners, okay? For beginners, for growing YouTubers, for aspiring YouTubers. So if you're watching and you are thinking of starting a channel, or you're thinking of being a part of this YouTube community, then this video is exactly for you. That's why I'm creating it. So you must just stay tuned and let's engage. Let's see how we can help each other in terms of what is happening in this YouTube space. What is that to look out for? What is that to avoid? What is that? It's better to really engage and to really get knowledge at the earliest stage or at the earliest time after creating a YouTube channel. Or for example, if you're here and you're like, you know what, Ntabi, I'm actually thinking of starting a channel, but like, I don't know. So this is the right platform to say, okay, so you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, all good. Consider 1, 2, 3, avoid 1, 2, 3. So that is what we're talking about today, all right? So we're gonna shoot straight. Whoever's gonna join us, they'll join in while we continue, because we are not just gonna stop, because we have to also consider the fact that when you do a replay, if of course you're doing a replay right now, when you're doing a replay, we can't just be saying, I'm waiting for people to join in. I'm waiting. You are also important. So basically, this video is also for you. Live streams are not just about people that log in and watch live streams. I think that is one point that I need to put out there, because sometimes it's just some people find it a little bit difficult to actually log in and not log in, but just go to a video and just watch it because it was like a live stream or something like that. So they find it difficult to actually watch that video. And sometimes it's because of the engagements that happen. And like, for example, if a person decides to comment on a post or whatever the case may be, a person will feel like, oh, okay, they're not talking to me. They're talking to whoever who was joined in on the live stream and all that. And it's not about that, guys. It's honestly not about that. And I'm saying this because you need to understand that this is valuable content. Chances are the person on the comment section might be saying something that is valuable, might be pointing out something that will be of importance to you, might be engaging on something that you would obviously you would have maybe had that question in mind. So if that's the case, it's important for you to understand that this is actually valuable for you. All right. Now, where do we start with this masterclass? So you're probably wondering, so this is a YouTube masterclass. Where do we start? Where do we start? How do we tackle this? Now, where do we start? Let's start with that one person who is thinking of starting a YouTube channel. All right, let's start with that person who says, I am actually thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Now, if you're watching this and then you are saying, I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel, this is what I can tell you. By the way, I am currently on 1,155 subscribers on my channel, and I am not yet monetized. But of course, I have all the other benefits in terms of being able to post on the community tab, being able to do what? What are the other benefits? What are the other benefits? That is that, right? The community tab. And I think also to kind of post, wait, yeah, I think so. Let me not say much, but yeah, that is basically it. Obviously, the community tab gets activated when you reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, I want to first tell you that I have 1,000 subscribers so that you are aware that you are talking to someone who is also a growing person or a growing YouTuber. So you're talking to me, but I'm here to just share my journey, to share the things that I've learned on YouTube itself, not things that I've learned from wherever, from YouTube itself, because I constantly learn, I constantly educate myself as to what is happening in the YouTube space, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, and, all right? So yeah, that is what we're going to talk about. Now, as we were saying, we are now on the first, okay, I'm seeing a comment, okay. So we are on the first part of this masterclass, which is number one, you are a beginner, you're not even a beginner, you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Now, something about YouTube that you have to take note of as a beginner is that the first thing you need to ask yourself, okay, so I want to start a YouTube channel. Okay, fine. What do I need to start a YouTube channel? So number one, obviously you need to make sure that you have either a device, either a phone, can be a mobile device. You need to make sure that you've got internet access, you have good Wi-Fi that will help you in terms of uploading your videos, right? That's basically what you need. Those are the tools that you need. Now that you have the tools that you need, another question that comes is, what content are you aiming to create? What content are you willing to create? What content are you going to create on your channel, right? That is point number two. So most of the time you probably are hearing this point of niching, like I want to have a niche, I want to have focus on specific things and all of that. Well, it is good to have a niche, especially if you somehow have a direction of what you want to do. Let's assume that you are a company and you probably have like either a construction company, either a cooking channel, or whatever the case may be. So you probably have something that is established already and you're wondering, but how can I better it? How can I enhance this? How can I make more people to actually watch what I'm doing or see what I'm doing? How can I demonstrate it even more to other people? Now that is when you decide to jump into YouTube, right? And that's when you decide, okay, this is how I'll do it for my audience. Now, this is one idea, but maybe you like, you know what, I have a passion for speaking. I just have the passion of just sharing what's happening in my daily life, what's happening in my life, and just, you know, creating videos, creating content just for the fun of it. I love beauty. I love just going out, doing travels, you know, all of that, testing out different restaurants and all of that. If that is also something that you're interested in and you feel like maybe YouTube would be a great place, awesome. That is even perfect, because what that means is that you are going to consider, you know, maybe creating amazing content in terms of vlogging where you are, vlogging the restaurants that you go to, vlogging the places that you visit, and even going to an extent of even building brand partnership with those particular places. Because another advantage about you constantly like creating content, especially that is somehow promoting something, you are easily identified in terms of getting promotions or being paid to promote certain things and all of that. Now, talking about payment, something that you have to ask yourself is, why are you on YouTube, or why do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be on YouTube because you want to obviously make money? Do you want to be on YouTube because you're seeing an opportunity of engaging with community, or you're seeing an opportunity of getting money? I think let's focus on that part, because the fact that you've discovered YouTube, and if you've done your research, you now know that, okay, YouTube gives you an opportunity to earn money, right? That is what you know if you've done your research. If you haven't done your research, let me tell you, let me school you, let me educate you. YouTube gives you the opportunity to actually make money online. Yes. And how do you make money? You start earning on YouTube after you have reached 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'll break all of that down. I want us to just firstly cover the basics. Yes, I think we need to cover the basics first as to why you want to be on YouTube. So let's put this out like that. Let's just clarify it. And if you're watching this and you already have a channel, don't feel like, but I already have a channel. Maybe something might come in handy for you. So stay tuned. All right. Now, here's this point. This point is now the content that you need to create, right? So you're probably asking yourself, so what kind of content am I supposed to create? What kind of content can I create for my audience? What kind of content will actually be relatable to my audience? Who are my audience to start with? Do I even have an audience? Because something about creating content that we need to learn and understand is that we are not actually creating content for ourselves. The reason why you create content is because you want this content to be consumed by someone else, correct? Correct? You want this content to be consumed by someone else. So for someone else to actually consume your content, it means that you need to have an idea who that person is, what they're looking for, and, right? Now, when it comes to YouTube, it can be slightly tricky because you are starting. And if you are not sure if you want to focus more on like vlogging, travel vlogs, cooking channel, beauty content, if you are not sure between all of those three and you do all of those three, it's like you become, let me have a sip. You start wondering to yourself, so should I focus on beauty? Should I engage my beauty audience more, my travel audience more, or should I generalize it? But also it's a question of how do you generalize it? Now, the truth is, and this is something that I believe happens to most of us. I personally have experienced it, where I started my channel and I honestly wasn't sure how to actually start my channel. Hey! All things woman of his glory. Hey, my glorious woman. I love your smile. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing amazing and having an amazing one, or had an amazing one. I'm not even sure what time it is where you are right now, but thank you so much for joining. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you know what? Let me tell you something. And since while we're having a conversation about YouTube, like this being a YouTube masterclass, it's important to just obviously iron out, just a little bit like just about everything about YouTube. So right now I'm live streaming, right? And it's been 15 minutes and a couple of 20 something seconds. And for that 15 minutes, I've been talking to myself. Only you got to join in. I hope that my network is not buffering. The minute it shows something, it really has a problem when it does that. Now, okay, I think it's fine now. So it's been about 15 minutes, 20 seconds, and I've been live and I've been talking to myself. No one was joining in. But did I stop or feel like, oh, I don't have an audience joining in? No, I did not. I did not. I just kept going. So I just wanted to point that out because we are having a YouTube masterclass, and that is also a part that we're going to touch on a little bit later. Oh, you're in SA. You know what? Then where in SA are you? Because you and I really need to talk. We still need to talk about, yeah, you know, our conversation that we had. And I've been thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking right now you are like, Tabby is really not a great person. She said we're gonna talk, but nothing happened. So I think we will take it to our Instagram, to our DMs, and then chat about it. Even tomorrow, just let me know. I'm not sure which part you're in, or let's decide either have a Zoom meeting or whatever. Let's make sure this happens, because I tend to worry a little bit if I prolong things and they never happen. So anyway, we are not here about that. And I'm sure that you are here because you wanted to watch this. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Now, so the point that I was mentioning is, okay, obviously we're starting with someone who thinks of starting a YouTube channel, right? Now, I was talking about the issue of the niche and starting a niche and all that. And my point is, if you intend to create a channel and you are not sure of the kind of niche or what you want to focus your content on, it would be best if you somehow see, okay, what is it that you like? If you like doing vlogs, if you like travel vlogs, if you like beauty content and all of that, if that's what you like, and also if you like tech stuff or whatever, it's important that you incorporate all of that content and make it work while you still figure out which one do you want to fall into. Do you want to go into traveling vlogs? You want to go into beauty vlogs? You want to, all of that. Mpumalanga, I love Mpumalanga. Right now, I feel like I need a holiday. I need a scenery. You know what I love about Mpumalanga is the scenery. Like, you know what? I envy you. I think what you need to do for your channel also is to one day decide to just visit, like your God's windows or just areas that have like great sceneries, and just take us with you, take us on a tour. Just that. That would be beautiful. Like, I've been there and I had the most amazing time. Like right now, I feel like it would be what I need to relax. And you know what? Yeah, I know you busy, sis. No worries. You know what? I am busy, ne? But in all honesty, I feel like in terms of being busy, we just need to prioritize things. So imagine now I'm too busy, and then you probably want to offer a couple of services to my business, and I'm busy, I'm too busy and all that. I just have to prioritize and just, we just need to prioritize. That's how things have to be. But no, things get busy. Like we get busy. Like, I mean, even right now, like think about it, guys. I think my laptop is not charged. Whoopsie. You see, I'm dropping things now. I think I need to charge my laptop. I just noticed now that it's actually not charged, and that was going to give me a problem in the long run. So I'm quickly going to charge it. Apologies for that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Fully charged now. So like I said, I love Mpumalanga, but yeah, work is work. Like I was saying, like right now, this is work. YouTube is work. Like whether we like it or not, YouTube is work, guys. Like YouTube is work. If you're out here and you like, I want to start a YouTube channel, be prepared. Be prepared. But then again, the whole objective of this masterclass is to really engage on such topics. All right, is to engage on such topics to somehow help you to figure it out. And when you think of being help or getting ideas or advices from other people, don't actually look at, okay, so Ntabi is advising me, but she's on just what, 1,000 subscribers. She just got 1,000 subscribers now. I believe that the little that I know could actually help you to actually get where I am. And when you get where I am, you can get someone who has more subscribers, who can give you more information to actually get somewhere. So I always believe that it's very important for us to understand that you can never stop learning. There's always something to learn. So if there's something that I can share, then take it, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, find someone who can help you, or just watch content or learn, do your research and find out what would work best. Yes, I intend on doing that. Please do it. I can't wait. Please do it. I'm gonna be jealous anyway when you do it. I'm honestly gonna cry while watching your video when you do the Mpumalanga like tour and all that. I'm gonna be jealous. Like honestly, right now. So earlier when I went to get my nails done, as we were driving to the place, I tell my husband, like, I feel like we should just go on a drive. Just, go on a drive, listen to good music, just go away. And he's like, why just go on a drive and come back? Why not go there and then stay for a while? So it's like, we need that. It's like, you know what, right now, if there was a way to just fly to Mpumalanga right now, I would fly. I would honestly fly. Honestly fly. Anyway, getting back to the conversation. Now, I want to wrap up now. I feel like if this prolongs, is like someone who's just watching and wanting to hear that point of the niching and everything will be like, can you get to the point? All right, I'm getting to the point. Now, the point is, when you start creating content and you're starting and you're not sure what to go for, just create content around anything, any idea that you have. And while you do that, have at least a picture of where you want to go and have a name. Like, I think the first important thing, which I think we should have started with, is having a channel name that has a specific meaning, and that will not affect you if you decide that I don't think I want to do vlogs, I don't think I want to do cooking, I don't think I want to do lifestyle, I want to do gaming. So have a channel name that will not somehow give people an impression that this content is specifically for this particular process or particular video or whatever the case may be. Find a unique name that will remain consistent even if you decide to just play around with content. And the truth is, we can never be perfect until we try. We can never be perfect until we try. So the minute you start trying creating content, the minute you start working on which content works, which doesn't work, it's then that you realize that, you know what, as time goes, your audience will somehow give you an indication of the kind of content you probably need to focus more on. And like, we become so hard on ourselves and really want to say that we want to do things right. And sometimes when we say we want to do things right, we think that doing something right means that I have to now have a specific niche and just focus on it. Big YouTubers will tell you, and I listen at the same time. I just overlook certain things that they say. Big YouTubers will tell you now that if you have a niche is better and all of that. And the fact that they are big and all that, it means that they have established what works better. And now that they're focusing mainly on that niche, it's working perfectly for them, right? Now it's easy for them to say that. And obviously, as if your channel has grown, guys, can I tell you this? Pella, now when I get to like 50 subscribers, Lord, I receive. Can those subscribers come in? Can those subscribers come in? Can those subscribers come in? I receive, Lord, I receive. When I get to 50K subscribers, the communication or the tone that I'll be using, it would be me engaging with someone who probably has 20K, 30K subscribers and all of that. And not to say that someone who has less subscribers is not important, but basically it will be me obviously engaging on the more knowledge that I've acquired and leveling up so that I can go to, you know, another extent, right? So that's something that you have to note. So from my mouth to God's ears, can it happen? So what I'm doing right now, please take advantage of it. Take advantage of the content that I'm creating now, because when I get to the 50K, I will engage, but my tone will be now focused on the bigger picture. And not that you won't be important, but I will also, I mean, not that a person who has lower subscribers won't be important. I would have created that content. So I would just refer them to say, please go to the video that I created last year or whatever, check it out, and you will get that information. So that is basically my point. So it's important to understand that as you grow, you have to evolve. You have to somehow create content that is in line with what's happening. Because, you know, the great thing about being a part of the Real Fam channel, Real Talk with Ntabi channel, is that you get to learn so much as we go. I mean, someone right now who doesn't have 1,000 subscribers already knows. They already know like what's going to happen when they reach 1,000 subscribers. They already know what's happening in terms of the content that you're creating, the copyrights and all of that. If you are a consistent, a regular on my channel, a real fam, you know these things. So already you are sorted, you see? Already you're sorted. Even when I get to like 20, 30, 50, 100K, you will know before you can even get there. So you are privileged. So if you didn't think of being a part of this channel, now is the time to do that, because you are privileged enough to even get this nuggets, this information. I do all the work and I make it easy for you. Like, guys, I think I deserve I deserve a watch time. I deserve you watching my videos until the end, and I deserve for you to like and even subscribe to my channel, because I'm giving you information for free. I'm reading the book and I'm giving you the information. It's like I'm just reading the book, and then you are just getting into the exam room and just putting in your name and just submitting the paper, because I've done the work for you. I've done all the work for you. I've done all the work for you. All right. Tenjio TV. Hey, Matenji. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Nyabonga. I'm grateful. Yes, that's why I named my channel All Things Women for His Glory, because I want to talk about faith, motherhood, marriage, self-care, etc., but around women, because I can relate with women. Beautiful. Just a beautiful example. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because your main focus here is women. And when you say women for His glory, like for example, all the points that you've mentioned, like faith, the fact that it's his glory, faith is the number one actually that I would think about. Motherhood, marriage. I mean, when you think of motherhood, you can obviously create content in terms of how to help your children, to how to help families or children to have a good, how to help mothers to teach their children about God, about Christ, or how to live a fulfilling, a faithful life type of thing. Godly marriages, and in terms of self-care, there's just so much about self-care, and it doesn't limit you. This topic doesn't limit you in any way, because even if you are not talking about God per se in this conversation, if you decide, and guys, let's talk about marriage. What are the issues that affect marriages? What, like, ironing out certain issues that women experience when it comes to marriage, things that women struggle with in marriage. So having that kind of conversation also applies. So big ups to you, and I definitely agree with you. And I mean, just to add on what you're saying, I can also add with my channel name. My channel name is what? Real Talk with Ntabi. So what is Real Talk? Because basically this is the channel name. The channel name here is Real Talk, come to think of it. So it's Real Talk, meaning this is real conversations that we're talking about. Real talk, the talk that is going to empower you, that is going to transform you. That is real in a form of what we're saying is not something that we somehow heard about or assuming or whatnot. And again, that is something that I do. Like, that's why I'm saying that the fact that I get to do my research and come to you, it means that I'm becoming real with what I know. So imagine coming and assuming that, hey, you know what? Apparently, for you to get monetized, you have to have 10,000 subscribers. That's me coming with like no facts at all. It's like me coming up with content that I don't know of. I just assume things. And I give you what? False information. So that's why I name it Real Talk. It's real conversations. So without getting much into that, most definitely, make sure that the topic that you, or the title of your channel, it really represents something. I mean, Tenjiwe is here. And one thing that I've noticed with Tenjiwe has, like, it names her channels, like, she uses her name as a brand because she is an established brand. So like Tenjiwe TV. And already we know that, okay, this is Tenjiwe. And when we think of Tenjiwe TV, we know that she would often share news and whatnot. When you think of Tenjiwe Unplugged, so it's like she was able to categorize those certain things. It's like me having Real Talk within Ntabi Foundation, Real Talk within Ntabi Codes. You know that this is within Real Talk within Ntabi structure. Real Talk within Ntabi YouTube channel, Real Talk within Ntabi Instagram. Like, it's all of those things. So really make sure that when you name your channel, you don't limit it, even if you decide that the content that you're creating right now is not going to be the content that you continue creating in the next 2 years or whatever, or while you're still discovering yourself. Because something that we have to note is that YouTube is a place where we need to discover ourselves. It's a space where we need to honestly somehow find what works best. And as much as you already have done your research in terms of why you need to start a YouTube channel, there is still more learning that is going to come in. I think what most people don't take note of is that when it comes to YouTube, just the fact that you discovered YouTube and you know how to create a YouTube channel, you think that, no, that's enough. That's what I know. It's all good. That's enough for me to know. That is not the case. That is not the case, because what comes next is that you now need to start learning how YouTube works, there's certain things that you need to do on YouTube, how certain things are done, how certain things are undone, what you need to do, what you don't need to do, right? So that is something that you need to note. Now, can I just move away from the beginners or those that want to start a YouTube channel? Because I believe that with what I've shared, already you have an idea. So the last point that I'm going to make is YouTube is not what you see. YouTube is not you. It's not like, it's not milk and honey. I don't know if I'm making sense. YouTube is not milk and honey. YouTube is not you seeing me creating a video, me going live, me engaging and making features on my videos, and you think and you see me getting like what, over 10K views, and you're thinking, okay, so this is YouTube. This is YouTube. It's not milk and honey. There is calculated efforts for you to actually see yourself getting to those 10K views, 10K subscribers, whatnot, 100K subscribers, and all of that. And I think someone that we can learn from, who is right now in our midst at this point, is Tenjiwe TV. I mean Tenjiwe Comedy. Tenjiwe Comedy has reached over 100K subscribers. I mean, we can learn from her consistency. If this one consistent person is Tenjiwe, and Tenjiwe, mind you, she has 3 channels. So imagine you just have one channel. You just have one channel, and you are not even yet on 500 subscribers. But you visit YouTube. You visit YouTube, you are a visitor, you are a regular visitor. Actually, not even a regular visitor. It's like you are that person who just gets invited there, like after I don't know how long. Yet you say you want to grow your channel. And someone who has 3 channels, well-established channels that are now monetized, when they are consistently creating content, what are you learning from that? What are you learning from that? Because what I'm learning is that, okay, consistency is key. And not just being consistent, creating relevant content. I mean, imagine, you guys, like, Tenjiwe, how do you do it, Van? Imagine having 3 channels. This is all 3 different content. All 3 different content. So it means that on this one, you have to now work on a plan of the content for this. The second one, third one. And mind you, creating a video is not easy. Let's start there. Like, it's tiring, it's time consuming, and all of that. And then someone who has 3 channels is able to do all of those things and still be able to consistently post and engage the audience and all that. And when now you, with just 427 subscribers, you're busy saying, oh, you know what, creating content is hard, oh my word. And then every time when you come back to the channel, you like, oh my god, guys, I know I've been AWOL and all of that, but I can explain whatnot. Hey, if you don't engage your audience won't take you serious. They won't take you serious. If you're not going to engage your audience, they won't take you serious. You said you want to be on YouTube. So if you're going to be on YouTube, you need to somehow, like, imagine a month going by not creating content. Unless, of course, there's something that happened that is hectic to a point where you couldn't. But imagine that. Guys. No ways. Wonderful. I like the way you're putting it. That's exactly my vision. I like it. Awesome. You have to love what you do instead of doing what others are doing. Amen to that. I think let me talk about that. Yes, Tenjiwe, be passionate and driven. All right. Now, I love this point. And I think it somehow sums up what I've been saying, right? Starting a YouTube channel is one thing. You can get a research as to why you want to start a channel and how you create it and all that. But now, if you're doing it because you saw Ntabi's video and you saw features, or you saw Tenjiwe or All Things Woman for His Glory, you saw their video and you see that, hi, this video was just 5 minutes and it even got so many views. It was like, it was simple. It looks so simple. If you are doing it because you saw someone doing it and you're like, I can do this, by just looking and not putting it into action, then you have a problem. Then right there you have a problem, because if you did not practice, or if you do not have some kind of intention, then you have a problem. You have a problem. You won't really manage. And now another thing, guys, that I want us to talk about is that doing what you love instead of doing what others are doing is a great thing. But also I want us to take note of the fact that doing what you love does not mean that there won't be days where you feel like, oh my word, I love doing this, but I'm tired, I can't, and all that, right? Now, there has to be some kind of love that is accompanied with passion, like what All Things for His Glory is saying. Like, be passionate and driven, basically, right? And also, when we think about passion, guys, and this is something that I got to somehow learn recently. I think I was reading something or listening to either a sermon or a podcast or something like that. And something about passion is that sometimes you'll feel like you're not really passionate about something, but you love something. But now what that means is that you need to put passion in it. Because sometimes we feel like, no, I'm born with passion, I'm passionate and all that. I'm born with a purpose. I'm just passionate about doing this and all that. The fact that I'm passionate about creating website, creating banners, creating logos, creating videos, animated videos and all that. The fact that I'm passionate about that, it means that I had to instill more passion in it. As much as I liked it when I saw it, it was not gonna just be great if I just liked it and I'm like, yo, I'm passionate about this, and then that's it. You need to put a bit of more passion in it by putting in the work. So I had to put in the work. So it means that what you need to do, if you're out there, you're thinking, this looks easy and all that. If you're not gonna put in the work, you're not gonna manage. If you're not going to be tenacious, if you're not going to be resilient, if you're not going to be hungry for something, unfortunately, it won't work for you. Because whenever you start, like, you're going to post one video and you see that, I only got 2 views. I only got 2 views in like a day or 2. I only got 5 views. I only got 10 views. Like, I have videos that have less than even 20 views that I've created, I don't know how many months ago. Did I stop? I didn't stop, because I was passionate about what I'm doing and I loved what I was doing, right? Which now we come back to what you were saying, Tenjiwe, to say, do what you love, right? And when you do what you love, it becomes effortless. You don't feel like you're even working. You don't feel like it's a lot of work or something. I mean, guys, the way I love YouTube, the way I love it, I feel like, obviously, it's at this point, it's not something that I can concentrate on like 100% only. But the way I love creating content, the way I love doing what we're doing right now, engaging you, being on video and all of that, this is what I would do for the rest of my life. As much as I'm a designer, I love designing and all that. I mean, that already comes naturally. It's like it comes with the package, because I would have to design the thumbnails. I would have to always have like call to actions, as to sometimes if I'm marketing a product, I will redirect you to my website or whatever, right? So that is like an additional. It's already an additional. But what I'm saying is that if I had to do this, like, I would just even not. If I was told that, hey, Ntabi, this is how much we can give you every year, just continue doing YouTube, listen, I would do it. right? It's just that obviously now it's that thing of, okay, what are your priorities? Where do your priorities lie? Because at this point, there are people that have already decided, okay, I'm going to run YouTube full time. I mean, we think of Think Media. We think of what? I think let's talk about Think Media. Because Think Media already is a company. It's like they've built a company just on YouTube content. They have staff, they have content creators and podcasters and everything. So it's like you would see, it's like, for example, TubeBuddy, what TubeBuddy does. So on TubeBuddy, you would see different people. Those are like members of the company that is created for YouTube. So there would be a video from TubeBuddy, and then Tabi will be doing that video. And then tomorrow, after a couple of days, you see that video and it's done by Tenjiwe. Those are members of the brand, members of the company. So the brand grew to a point where they were able to now even delegate and hire. I can make an example with our local celebrity. And I'll talk about this one particular person because he got to share a little bit. Lasizwe. And I think Tenjiwe also does that on Tenjiwe Comedy. I would believe that because even the fact that she works with a team, it means that that team needs to get something. They have to get something, right? So Lasizwe, I think he even did a video about it, that he has a team and like creating videos and everything. That's a team. The fact that someone will be busy with a camera while he's doing whatever, like all of those things. It's equipment, it's the person, it's the time, it's the audience, or whoever who's part of that. There is some connection. There is somewhat even if it's a collaboration or whatever, but it means that this is like something that is ran and is a business on its own. So if we are still having a mindset of not treating our channels like a business, I don't care how many subscribers you have. If you're not going to have an end product in your head or the end result in your mind before you can even get there, then it will be difficult for you to even know how to move because you are not somehow looking at ways to better, or you're not looking at ways to somehow get to that level. You get my point? It's a learning journey. YouTube is a learning journey. YouTube is a learning journey, and whatever that you're doing is a learning journey. That's correct. I hope that wow, three, that's amazing. Yes. Listen, Bon, if you're saying wow, 3, that's amazing, it means that you are not subscribed to all Tenjiwe's channels. So search for Tenjiwe TV, which is she's currently watching using that one. Search for Tenjiwe Unplugged, and search for Tenjiwe Comedy. Those are the 3 channels. Search all of those channels and you will see them. And if you're not subscribed to any, just watch a couple of videos there, at least 2 or 3 videos, and decide if you want to subscribe and everything. But one thing for sure, she's an adorable person. She's funny. She's just amazing. You know, it's like she can be just any character, any given time. And if you are also interested, tomorrow, which is on a Sunday, at probably, I don't know, probably 7 p.m. or earlier, I'm not sure, we will be doing a live. So and the live will be on Tenjiwe Unplugged. So you might want to consider joining in as well, just to check her out. Then you can decide if you feel like, you know. So yeah. YouTube money is good, but you will be mentally exhausted if it is the only thing that drives you. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that because you know what? And I would like to digress on what I said last time, because I was like, but anyway, actually no, I don't even regret saying what I said the other day. So the other day, on the video that I shared, I think it was I don't know if it was a weekly inspiration video or something like that, or it was a YouTube tip video. So I mentioned that sometimes it's like we focus on how much money you're gonna get on YouTube, but it's like, do you even know how much it will be on everything? But now when I think about it as well, it's like, you know what, the amount of money that you can make on YouTube is basically determined by you. So basically, when we are here, we are salesmen, like we are sales reps, we are doing sales, we are we are in a company and we are promoting sales. If we are not meeting our target, it means that we will just get step-ins or we'll just get whatever. And imagine this, if you're not creating content, what makes you think that you will keep any more? If you're not creating videos, how are those ads are even going to be watched because you're not creating videos? If you're not consistently engage your audience, what makes you think, like, who's going to watch those videos? You get my point? So it's like we are in a business here and we are consultants. We are basically YouTube consultants, like it or not. We are YouTube consultants because that's what we do. We're not like those telephone consultants. Hey, I would like to sell you what phone, what no. Are you interested in what? No. It's us engaging. We do it through engagement. The fact that you're saying please subscribe to my YouTube channel and everything, you are busy consulting. The fact that you are performing consultation, whatever, the fact that you would be doing a video and engaging the audience and even telling them that, hey, consider subscribing to this channel because you can benefit on 1, 2, 3. You are promoting yourself. You're promoting yourself right there. So this thing of not even wanting to treat your channel as if it's a business, then I don't know, because already you're in business. This is business. You are already in business, okay? That's something that you have to take note of. You're in business. Treat your platform like a business. Treat your YouTube like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So the amount of money that you're gonna make is determined by what you're gonna do, the amount of work that you're gonna do. The fact that I was able to get to 1,000, as much as I still have concerns in terms of how the growth is happening and all of that. But when I look at certain calculated efforts that I did, I can be able to see that, oh, okay, when I continue doing what I'm doing, and if I keep improving, which is very important, you can't just keep doing the same thing always. You have to keep improving and see what better ways can you do things and all of that. And the minute you keep doing that, it means that you're gonna get more recognition, you're gonna get more recommendation, and right. So you keep improving and doing better. That's why even today, yes, we're still on Saturday, right? This morning, what I did, I shared a video. I actually went live, and that was the shortest live I've ever done. The live was 12 minutes, and on the live I said, give your best, do your best, give 100% of yourself. That is basically what I was saying, that when you do something, give your best, give 100% of yourself, and try to make sure that whatever that you do, you make sure that it's the best. Even if it's like you being in an exam room, you give your best. If the results come and then you got to 60 and all that, you have done your best. And something about doing your best is that even when the results comes and then you are like, they are not that very pleasant and everything, but you realize that, I actually put an effort, so I could have done better there and there and there. But if you didn't even put a little bit of an effort, it's like you won't even know where to fix, where to start, because it'll be like, okay, this didn't do well, and you don't know, you don't even know how you can even do it better or how you can improve. So at least if you give your A game and you do your best, you know for a fact that whatever results come, you know what you did and you know what you probably could have added. Maybe you even thought about certain things that you didn't apply and you doubted them, which is okay. It's normal. I mean, have you found yourself, or have you ever experienced a moment where there was something that you had to do, and instead of going for this option, you went for this option thinking that this option will work better? And then later when the results comes, or later when you realize that, oh my word, I actually thought about this idea, but I decided to take the benefit of a doubt and take this idea. And then you don't have to be hard on yourself. All you gotta do is like, oh, okay, I should have done this and that. And then what do? You now correct that. You correct that from there. Unlike just getting in with a dull mind, you like, okay, this failed. Anyway, I just woke up and decided to do a video, so I guess that's why it failed. It's like there's no purpose, there's no vision, there's no there's no zeal in what you're doing. So there has to be some kind of zeal in what you're doing. I know I talk too much. Let me read your comments. Thank you, Tabi. You're so kind. Thank you so much. No, you are amazing. You are amazing, Tenjiwe. And you are a hardworking woman, if I may say so myself. You are hardworking. You put in the work. And like, let's talk about even Tenjiwe comedy. Tenjiwe comedy is like, it entertains us. We laugh and all that. But when you now look at a video in the mindset of a creator, you realize that, you know what, getting people to laugh, hey, it's a job and a half. Getting people to laugh, it's a job and a half. So there is so much work and thinking that got to happen there. So you know what, I admire you. And I'm so glad that you're in my space, because I honestly get inspired by seeing this. I get inspired by seeing women strive, seeing women do amazing things, seeing women, stop at nothing to get to the level that they want to be. And that is the mindset that we need to have. We need to even associate ourselves with people that will always somehow, remember, this is not like competition or you are comparing or whatever. You are somehow listen, this is called vibrations. It's like, if you attract negativity, nothing positive will come your way. If you attract positivity will come your way. If you consume content that is encouraging you and pushing you to do better, you would definitely do better, because you're consuming the right content. If you're in the right space, right energy of people or whatever, there's no way that you're gonna off ramp by. That will be like, I don't know, that's like, I don't know, witchcraft in other languages. Like, what can I call it? It's like you're in a positive space, positive people, the language is positive. What else? The devil is messing with your mind if you are taking a different angle, because like, what else is there? Yes, keep going. Views will come. Listen, hey, talking about views, hey. Listen, talking about views in simple form. Yes, the views will come. The views will come. And what's common with, like, even all the big YouTubers that I watch, that I check their content, they speak the same language to say, actually, no, let me make an example with Gary Vee. And come to think of it, I have to binge into Gary Vee's videos because I love Gary Vee. He's honest. He puts it like it is. He will tell you the F word every 2 minutes and everything, but that's fine. You focus on what you want to hear. He is very amazing in terms of really pushing you to get things done and not waiting for tomorrow. So this is what Gary Vee said. And I think it's something that is still in me, and I'm hoping that you will take this for yourself as well. Gary Vee, I think he had an interview with someone, and that person was like, I've been creating videos, but like like I would create videos and I would get like about 50 views, and that frustrates me. I'm not encouraged to keep doing videos and all of that. Guess what Gary Vee said? Gary Vee said, so are you trying to tell me that the fact that you created one video and got 50 views, and the next video that you had to create, you didn't create it because you felt discouraged to create it because you got 50 views or 20 views or 5 views on the previous one? Have you ever thought of the fact that if you had to create, like for example, if you're gonna create 3 or 5 videos in a week, if you were to gonna create 5 videos in a week and you get 50 views on all those videos, so that is 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, right? So you already get 250 views. Now the fact that you got 50 views on one video, you feel like, oh my word, I don't want to do another video. I'm gonna get lesser views and everything. So would you rather just sit and just feel sorry for yourself, scratch your head and wonder how you're gonna get more views, or you'll continue just creating that, and by the end of the week you've benefited, you've got what, 250 views? So out of the 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, like that's 250 views in a week. If you had decided to just say, oh, feel sorry for yourself and like, this is not working out and all of that, you just created one video, but you had a plan to create 3 or 5 videos in a week. So it means that for the whole week, you just have 50 views. So I like what you're saying, to say, keep going, the views will come. So this is exactly my point, to say it's important for you to understand that worrying about views is not helping you. Instead, you're setting yourself back. Because remember that with YouTube, there's so much more about YouTube. YouTube is not just about you starting a channel, you getting subscribers, you getting views and all that. You need to get watch time. So don't you think that having to create all those 5 videos will somehow help towards your watch time? It's not a lot, but it helps. It's something. So if you have that positive mindset to keep going, don't you think that, you know, that little bit of effort is somehow helping you to get to the next level? Don't you think so? You get my point? So it's important for us to understand that we are so worried about numbers of views. And again, please listen to this carefully. If you can, note it down in the top of your head. Views honestly don't mean much compared to what we see behind the screen, or behind the notes, the views that we see, the number of views that are calculated. The algorithm is the most honest thing. The fact that we keep seeing views, you'll see a person having so and so views. Those views, they can be 1,000 or whatever, but you find that out of that 1,000, only a certain percentage watch the video until the end. Some just decided to get into the video and check, excuse me, for a few minutes, like, oh, what's this video? What's happening? And then they decided to click out and go. But it's already calculated as a view. So you worry about that more. So what you need to worry about is keep creating content, keep creating engaging content, keep creating content that is relatable to your audience, and speak their language. Make them interested. You know, it's very difficult to really get people interested, and especially if it's something that they don't really like or whatever. But the minute you start, because there are times where, let's make a typical example. You get into a shop. You're going to buy a dress, right? When you get into a shop and buy a dress, and you get someone who works in the shop is like, and then you say, I actually want this dress. And they're like, it's a pretty dress, but I have a better dress for you. and then they show you and they tell you that, okay, this dress, it's a little bit nicer because it has what detail and what thought. The advantage is this and that. Your height is this height, and I think this could work for you. It could be best for you. Try and fit it and see. It's the same thing as us creating content. When you create content, sometimes you guys come here and you're like, you know what? I never ever had interest in when it comes to designing. I never had interest in terms of learning how to even do my thumbnails. I never had interest in terms of, trying to be a bit creative with my content and whatnot. But because I get to get in and share something. I mean, I love beautiful mugs. Simple, beautiful mugs, coffee mugs, something that's simple. And someone probably watched my cup hole, and then they realize, oh, you know what? I actually like that. You probably didn't realize that you liked mugs. And you probably had 2 or 3 mugs in your home. And because you never had interest, it's not like you don't have money to buy them, but you never had interest. But you're like, oh, you know what? I actually like that. And you start having ideas. And the fact that I'm engaging you on that, it means that, okay, you're starting to get ideas, and then you're seeing that, oh, okay, I'm able to actually enjoy this. I'm able to try this at home. And like, it's an example of maybe having food on your channel. It's an example of having food on your channel. Let me just wrap this before I go to the comment. It's like having food on your channel and creating food. You'll have recipes and certain recipes that I didn't know of. I would learn something and I would adopt that. So what's the problem? You see, do you see the amount of work that we can actually do? So worrying a lot about views is not really going to help us at this very point. And this is the content that I'm creating mainly because I'm aware that there are more content creators out there that are just concentrating on themselves, concentrating on pushing their content. They're not really worried about the number of views, the number of subscribers and everything, because they have them already. And then you come and go to those channels, and when you get there, you're frustrated. You're like, but I did a video and it looks so much better than hers or his, but why is mine not getting enough views or whatever? Your time is not yet coming. Like, you are not yet known, or YouTube has not really figured you out yet, because maybe you are not even optimizing your channel well. Meaning you are not making sure that your titles are speaking the language of others. You are not sometimes taking time before you post a video to search, because it's important to search. Like, if you have a topic in mind, search it on YouTube and see if it will appear, and see. That will give you an idea to maybe twist it up and change it up and have it a similar topic. Or sometimes it might be the same topic as someone else who did that same video. You must check. So how many views does this people get out of this video? Because remember, like, YouTube is like a Google search. It's like I come and search for information that I need. Search how to create a website. How to create a website in WordPress. How to create a website in Joomla. How to create a website in what, right? So you need to search all of that and figure out, okay, so how many views does this get? And when was this content created? Like, was it last year, 2020? Was it 2021? Those are very important things that you need to look out for. And unfortunately, we ignore those things. Listen, comment with hashtag guilty of ignoring those things. If you have ignored them, just hashtag guilty of that. If you've ignored those things, because we never thought they were like quite important. We never thought that like they were necessary. We would just create and then you put a topic. Some other people will just put, and we don't understand that the title, the YouTube title has 100 characters. So it means that you need to use that. Take advantage of that. Use it. Use that. The fact that the topic for this video is YouTube Masterclass / grow your YouTube / how to I forgot. What is that? Okay, let me check it out. I need to understand what YouTube needs from you. So those are like three different sections, but it's communicating within one line. So meaning, if a person goes and searches YouTube free courses or YouTube classes or YouTube Masterclass, they will find me. Possibly find me, because I'm hoping that they will. The next point, how to grow on YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel. I could probably rank, right? It's a possibility. The next point is understanding what YouTube wants from you. Or actually, I'm gonna maybe change it up and say understanding how YouTube works, for example, because there are people that don't know how YouTube works. So you would want to create a topic or a title that someone would possibly search. And this should be an example that you make with yourself when you search for something on YouTube. How do you search? If you want to know how to make scones, you're gonna search how to make soft scones, right? So if you're gonna create a topic about, YouTube video about scones, and you're gonna say, what are you gonna say? Let's say making scones. Or okay, making scones can actually be relatable, but I don't know. Let's say maybe a topic is just not saying anything about you making or how to make. That's why also on the YouTube category you have how to do this, how to do that. So we need to take note of that. Okay, I talk too much. Let me read your comment. Oh, so grateful. Hey, I've been talking too much. I haven't even greeted people that just joined in. Apologies, guys. You know, real talk within time. When she starts talking, she goes. Sure, you attract what you are. Guys, my nose is starting again. You attract what you are. Positivity attracts positivity. Well said. Listen, on point. You attract what you are. And there's no way that you're going to attract positivity and still remain the same person. I am not the same person. You guys really are giving me positive energy, positive vibes. Like yesterday, I didn't go live. I don't know if you guys were aware. I just posted a video yesterday. I didn't go live. I premiered a video yesterday. I didn't go live, but I missed being here. I missed this engagement. I miss that, because it's like there's just something special about us engaging and all that. It's like there's just positive vibration that I'm getting from all of you guys, you know? So that's basically what I'm saying, to say, like, if you have some positive energy around you, you will remain positive as well. And you will even be excited to even do things, because there's just, everything is positive, man, you know? Hey, Laquita, high vibrations are real. Can you just repeat that, girl? Like, listen, it deserves a drink. High vibrations are real. Most definitely, I truly agree with that. It's the same as reciprocity. Reciprocity, okay. Reciprocity, English. Reciprocity, balance and reaping what you sow. Hey now, balance and reaping what you sow, getting what you give, and so many more of those said. They are popular for a reason. Aish. And I think it takes me back to the conversation that we, yeah, no, you know what? I think what we are speaking the same thing in different ways, because it's like I would pick up something that we shared, something that I said, or something like that, either from a different video and all that. And the part where I was talking about ads, to say, like there was a time where I watched the video, and when it got to ads, I skipped Like I accidentally skipped it. And then after skipping, I'm like, no, man, that was an ad. And I refreshed it. I refreshed so that it plays that ad. And this is me not doing it to say, hey, I want Laquita and Corey's channel to grow or whatever. But it's mainly because it's the right thing to do. It's something that I do. You know, the Bible says, do unto others what you wish to be done unto you. So meaning what you do for other people, what you do is something that you wish to be done to you. So the fact that one person doesn't do it to you or something, or give it back, or do it the same way or similar way you did it, it doesn't mean that there's no one out there who's going to do it. And that is not for you to even worry. That is for God to worry and prepare that table for you, and to prepare that journey or those people for you. Your duty or your work is to be kind, to do kindness, to do the right thing. I mean, I wish to see my sister, my brother, my friend, you guys as my family, because I've built a family with you guys. Like, we might have not seen each other, we might have not met, but that's besides the point. We have built, we are, sometimes we get vulnerable, we get to just, you know, be open to each other, we engage. I mean, like right now, you know, funny enough, talking, not funny, but coincidentally enough, speaking about blind guy, his wife, their life. So today they shared a video, because the question that I asked was, so how did Corey feel when he started losing his eyesight and whatnot? How was that experience? And guess what? Today they shared that video where Corey was talking about his journey in terms of what he misses, what, you know, things that he thinks of, okay, not his seeing his kids because he can't see anymore, like the PlayStations or the TV games. I think that's what he said. Things that he missed and whatnot because he doesn't see. I mean, that is something that is, it's like you are now taking us into your life. That is something that is, it's personal, it could be discreet. It's like, it's a family thing. It's you. Let me not just say family, but it's your personal story. It's what's happening to you. But the fact that you could be vulnerable enough, or to just, you know, be freely engaging with other people, it's like, you know, there's something big about that. It means that there's a part of you, these people are part of you. The fact that you can even share something like that, it means that, you know, you can't just decide, I'm just gonna share something, you know. The fact that I grew up in a shag, and I had to, you know, work my way up to a point where I built a house for my family. To talk about the fact that I failed grade 10 and I dropped out at one varsity and university. You know, I was dropped out at some point and then moved to a different university. The fact that I could just be vulnerable and talk about that, it means that I have built a family around that. I like you guys are family. I'm pouring my heart out. And I think that's also something that we need to understand, that it's like the kind of conversations that we have, and especially real conversations, because there are people that will come to platforms, just share things and everything, but someone who's generally real and everything, it's like you can feel that, you can connect with that. So if I just had to just skip an ad, what am I saying? Like, I want to see you grow. I am grateful, and for me to perform gratitude and to just keep being grateful is for me to also be kind, to practice kindness, to show love, to show gratitude, and for God to work through me. Meaning, when I do good unto others, God will bless me. And the fact that God has already blessed me, it means that my journey in this life, my purpose in this life is to fulfill what He wants me to do. And that is to make a difference to other people. right? And this is an act of kindness. That ad, if you don't watch it, it means that that $1 or even what $0.5, it means that person's not going to get it. And we underestimate the power of just 1 cent or 1 rand or just $1. We underestimate the importance of it, because if you had to take $1 million or 1 million rand, you put in your hand, and then you remove $1, there is no longer a million. It's no longer a million. It's no longer a million. It means that it's short something so that it can be that, right? So my point is, we underestimate the small effort, and we thinking that it doesn't mean much. It's like, it's a 30-second ad. You don't know how many people watch those 30-second ads. You'll never know that 50 cents or whatever, it keeps adding and it accumulates and it makes a difference. Anyway, let's move. So I'm with you there. True, blind guy, his wife, and their life. We reap what we sow. Listen, we reap what we sow, guys. Like, whatever that you do, it will show. Whatever effort that we put, it will show. Whatever, like, God works in mysterious ways. At times, life is like a bouncing ball. You hit and it bounces back to you. Yes. So true. Well said. We reap what we sow. Yeah. And I think we also need to take note of karma. That's karma again. Is like when you bounce it, it hits you back. Like, it's like when you do bad. And you know what? Again, this is the saddest thing. And I think we all can note this. It's the saddest thing that sometimes you do something and you can continue with your life, not doing the good things and everything. And when you continue or consistently do all of that, when God decides, or when things decide to just, or the results tend to show out of whatever that you're doing, sometimes it doesn't happen to you. You can get away with doing whatever, get away with murder, get away with just all the funny things that you're doing, that you're not doing right. And then you have kids. And your kids are okay. Nothing happens to your kids. They're fine. They grow up. They have their own kids and all that. And then your kids' kids get to experience certain things. In the Bible, I don't know how to call it in English, how to say it in English, but okay, I think let me just say it. There's a part that says, I will punish your kids. I will punish the kids based on their parents or their elders' wrongdoings. So imagine your kid, your child, they don't even know what happened. They don't even know what wrong you did. They don't even know what you got up to. But poor kids, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer your own deeds, your own doings. How sad is that? So an act of kindness, honestly, is the way to go. And not because you are just protecting yourself, but it's because it's the right thing to do. Can I move to the next comment? You give so much value. Good night, dear. It was my daughter's birthday today. Oh, and I'm exhausted. Happy birthday, daughter. Happy birthday to your daughter. What's her name? So that you can play this part for her. What's her name? Ish, you see now. Okay. All things woman for his glory. If you are gone already, please play this part for your daughter. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. The banana way. At least I singed. Oh, sorry, I just read a comment. I take so long to respond on one comment, but yeah. If you're gone already, please sing to your daughter. That part, please. Last month, my highest paying video was a 4-year-old video. Listen to that testimony, guys. My goodness. Last month, be patient, compete with yourself and learn from others. Compete with yourself and learn from others. So, and you know, I usually say that it will take only one video for you to blow up. It will just take one particular video, just one video. And when that video blows up, or when that video gets too much traction or attraction, a lot of people will want more, will want to watch more, will want to know more. They will have interest about you, your channel, and all of that. And be rest assured they will watch. So when you're saying that the highest was 4 years ago, this is a sign. This is a sign, and it also it's a what? It stresses the point that I was saying, that when you create videos, make sure that you do your best. You create your best, or you give your best, because you'll never know. You'll never know if that particular video is that video that will get you to your next break. You'll never know. So give your best and don't compete with others. Thank you so much for that point. Don't compete with others, compete with yourself, because if you're gonna compete with other people, then you have another thing coming. It's a problem. You're gonna compete with Tenjiwe, who has 3 channels, who posts every day on all 3 channels. And then you're gonna try to compete with here. The next thing you're a zombie creating a video. We are watching you and you are a zombie. You are exhausted. You are fatigued. You are not even thinking straight. Even the information that you're putting out is just not even relevant. Just because you are busy competing, you're like, hey, I can't wait to get 3 channels. At that time, you're not even at 400 subscribers. But yes, you are looking at it. There's nothing wrong being ambitious. There's nothing wrong with thinking ahead and imagining having 2 or 3 or 5 channels. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not gonna understand that you need to start somewhere and focus on a particular part first before you can get there, then it's a problem. So be in competition with yourself. Run your own race at your own pace. I think that's the word. Run your own race at your own pace. Hi Sibu, I'm late. We'll watch the replay. Listen, have I not told you that you are never late on The Real Fam? There is no such thing as being late, because the minute you join in, there is something. I bet the time you join in, I'm sure for a fact that there is something that you can point out to say, hey, or you can write something to say, I've learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're never too late. You know, I always tell you this, right? I always tell you this. I like the analogy of a ball bouncing. So grateful. I love that analytics you shared about your 4-year-old video at Tenjiwe Comedy. About your 4-year-old video. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And I think it's really a perfect example to say, to even encourage, someone who is probably saying, you know what, the videos that are probably posted like a while back, they're not important or whatever. Because sometimes it's so easy for us to get discouraged, I mean, and especially because of how YouTube works, right? So how YouTube works is that obviously you get monetized by the videos, your videos that are on 356 days, which is in a year, right? But now what we are not aware of, or what some people are not aware of, is that once you have been monetized, the old videos that you have, how they will be how they will rank, or how you'll be paid or whatever, that video independently, it can make money for you. So sometimes we are easy to just lose hope, or even be doubtful to continue, because you'll feel like the videos that I already have, they're not important, because for me to get monetized, they want the videos within a year. And you feel like they are just useless and pointless, and you start being frustrated and not having the consistent courage to keep creating videos. So that's where the problem is. And you know what, I think one thing about I think this is me now moving on to the next point. Let me have my drink. Another point that I want to point out is the fact that it's important for us to understand that when you grow on YouTube, when you develop yourself on YouTube, there are so many things that are going to be happening. There are so many things that are not going to go the way you wish to, and all of that. But now, if you're going to focus on the certain limitations, or certain videos that didn't do well or whatever, then that becomes a problem. But and what we don't realize is the fact that all you need is that audience. The fact that at this point your videos are at 100 after creating it, after putting in an hour of doing a stream, or 3 hours. I mean, my longest stream is 4 hours, and within that 4 hours, the views for that video would be like 100 and something views within in 4 hours. And you would hope that if it's 4 hours, most probably I would get probably at least 500 views, especially now that you are starting and everything. I'll probably think maybe I'll get 500 views, and it doesn't happen. But now I go back to Gary Vee's word that, are you gonna now focus on what is not going right and ignore what's going right? Is that what you're gonna do? And the fact that YouTube, and I think this is what we need to remind ourselves each and every time, is that YouTube works as a search engine. It works as a search engine. Imagine if you are creating content around traveling, around self-care, around beauty, around just news, around traveling, around food or whatever. Imagine if it happens that the topic around food, around travel, around what becomes the trending video for like a month or something like that. Imagine when people go to the search and look for something, and then they find your video, because you constantly made sure that the topics are speaking people's language, and it's something that a person could actually type and ask for. So when you create a title, you need to think or ask yourself, if this is the topic for your channel, what question would you type on the search button? What would you search for? What would you type? And the minute you can do that, that's when you know that right there should actually be your topic. I mean, your title. That right there should actually be your title. Because that's what we fail to do sometimes. We're like, I don't think it's important. I can just, if your topic is about, let's say for example, your topic is about YouTube. Right now we're talking about YouTube. That is our conversation for today. It's YouTube, right? So right now you're like, The topic is YouTube. What about YouTube? So the topic is just YouTube. It's not really ranking much because you are competing with YouTube itself. You're competing with YouTube itself. It's like, let's say, for example, I decide to maybe, let's say, for example, the fact that like tomorrow is Sunday, we're going to do a video with Tenju, of course, in the evening. 6 or 7, Tenju? 6 or 7? So let's assume that I want to maybe do a short video and talk about Tenju's channel or Tenju and whatever. And then I put a topic and say Tenju. Do I think I'll be searchable? I won't be searchable. Not much. Well, there's a slight possibility because I'm competing with someone who has already established a brand who, when you click and search for that name, it's trending. So yours is going to be on the 4th page of Google. So imagine on YouTube, it's going to be on the 9th, 10th page of YouTube, right? So that is very important. That is very important. 7 p.m. SA time. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow, guys, 7 p.m. Please join us. Please, please. We will really appreciate that. We need you guys. And so even tomorrow, if you guys have some kind of input as well, so just be rest assured that there might be a possibility of you guys being featured. So it's possible that you guys might be featured. Okay. So take note of that. Now, let's pause a little bit on the conversation and whatnot. Let's pause a little bit and let me show you how you can create a thumbnail on Canva. So I'm going to share my screen and take you through as to how you can create like a thumbnail or even a video on Canva. So the other day, I got a question from, I think this was Laquita. She asked how I do the videos, like the intro videos that I do. And I said, I use Canva. And so I'm going to show a little bit. So I think for probably 5 minutes. So I'm going to start firstly with a thumbnail and just take you through and just kind of give you an idea. Well, for someone that already has Canva and they know how to use it, that's good for you. So the reason why, let me explain first before I do that or share the screen. The reason why I'm doing this is because there are some people that are still struggling in terms of thumbnails. And thumbnails are quite important when it comes to your channel or your videos being watched or viewed. So normally for people to even click on your video, they would be somehow attracted by your thumbnail. So if you've noticed, like my thumbnails are not like the same, but obviously at least for maybe, let's say if this month I have this kind of theme of thumbnail, I would focus on that. So you would notice that even if they are not all consistent, but you won't get lost when you get to the page, because at least for the first 10 or 12 or 20 or what, let's say 12 for example, you will see that the thumbnail is consistent, is the same throughout. So I try to do that, but also to make sure that at least is appealing to the eye and all of that, right? So I want us to talk about this. So a thumbnail is quite important as well, because that is mainly what it's. I think it's the first hook. That is the very first hook to people clicking on your video. That is the number one hook that makes people to actually click on your video. So that's something that you need to take note of. Now, please allow me to share the screen. You can, as I share the screen and just explain and everything, obviously I'm not going to be on your comments, but I'm going to ask you to, if you have a particular question as I show you, type it out, and then once I'm done showing you the Canva thingy, then you can I can answer those things for you. All right, is that good? Give me a thumbs up if you're good. Give me a thumbs up if you're good. Give me a thumbs up if you're good. All right. Okay, I'm not seeing thumbs up, so it means that you guys are still typing. You gotta be quick, guys. Gotta be quick. Sorry, I'm just talking from a tech perspective. I know I could have quickly like that. All right, so this is where we are. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm gonna test using my phone, obviously, just to check to see if I'm on the same page, right? Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, what's happening? Okay, all right. I just wanted to test. All right, so this is Canva, guys. Now, if you don't have an account, because I've obviously logged in, it automatically logged me in, you would have an option to obviously sign in. So let me sign out actually and show you. So this is me signing out. So I sign in using my Facebook. So you can sign in with Facebook, and this is my dashboard basically, right? Now all of this that you see here, this is my work, these are my designs, everything that you see here, right? Now, how does Canva work? Canva has all the different designs, right? Has all the different designs, and all of this here, like you have the social media, you've got, like, you can design a presentation, video, Instagram post, video message, and all that, right? Now, because we are more interested in YouTube, so thumbnail, right? I actually want to see if what I'm doing is showing. So you can just search for YouTube thumbnail. So this option, it already has the size for YouTube. It has just about everything. Now you can see that already you've got obviously free thumbnails that you can use. As you can see, the templates are already built up for you guys. It's the size and it's the template. Well, I personally don't like to use the same templates that I would see here. I mean, I'm a designer, for God's sake. I'm a designer. So if I had to do the same thing and just post it as it is, I feel like I didn't do much because I have a design skill. But it's still okay if you're not a designer and you still feel like you can do this. Now, I'm going to randomly choose what? I'm just going to randomly choose. Which one can I choose? Which one can I choose? Let's choose this one. My laptop is a little slow. Apologies for that. Apologies for that. Wow, this is bad. It's so slow, guys. Shoo. How? Johnny? Like, it's so slow. Wow. Anyway, so already you can see that this is a picture. You have images and all that. So as you can see, there's a title there. And let's assume, I would assume that you probably want to use it as it is, right? Or you probably want to move this to the other side. So what you can do, you can take this, you can just, it's like drag and drop, and then you put it on the other side. And then you probably want to write YouTube here. Or you can just type and change a name, right? Something like that. You can even change the color. You can even decide, okay, this is more of a YouTube thingy. I can change it and all of that. So you can play around and say, okay, YouTube. Now, this obviously you probably want to be consistent, and then you say, okay, this color is not matching the red. You can change it, right? And then you say, no, maybe this I want it to be white or something like that. So if it's white, it means you have to change the color of your text. You click on the text, you go there, you change it to a different color. Now, you can change the name here and say, our topic for today is what? YouTube Masterclass, right? Now you realize that you don't want this YouTube Masterclass to look like this because it wasn't looking like this. You can just drag it like that. And of course, the fact that it's not showing, you can drag it so that it can show the whole thing. You can move it around. So these are some of the things that you can do, right? These are some of the things that you can do. But now you're like, no, but I don't want this YouTube to be here. I want it to be centered. You can decide to click on it, and then you do what? You center it. Some of the things is just logic from, your Word, using Word document. Now you're like, hey, I love this Chinese queen. She's beautiful, but she's not for me. I need to use my picture. Now, how do you use your picture? You come to upload. There's upload media, right? You go to upload media, and then I will go to a place where I have pictures. You go to wherever the folder is, wherever your pictures are located, all right? Wherever your pictures are located, that's where you go, all right? So which picture can I use? Which picture can I use? There are so many. So I can just choose any random picture, right? So it automatically uploads. So the minute it uploads, what do? You don't need to do much. You just drag and then drop. You see? Already it replaces that picture. Now you see that, okay, this picture is more on the other side. You can what? You can flip it. You can flip it like that and then allow it to be like that. Maybe you feel like, this picture, it doesn't look nice. You can adjust even the saturation, contrast, the brightness, or even if you want to change effects. That's something that I don't like. I don't like the effects for Canva. They are not nice. Like if you're gonna use these effects, they're totally different than using like Instagram. The only best effect here is the black and white. So you have something like that, right? And then after that, what do? Maybe you feel like, but this looks like it's the same as the one that I did. You can move it and bring it here. And then you bring this one and then you put it here, right? Something like this. And then you feel like, but this is a YouTube thing. Let me put a YouTube logo there. And then you come here. And then you come here. Wait, guys, wait a minute. Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? No. No, guys, you guys were not seeing what I'm seeing, Mos. I always use Canva. No, what are... this is bad now. You guys were not seeing what I'm seeing. Now I have to start all over. You guys were not seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm sorry for that. I thought you guys were seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, because I just looked at the phone right now. Ish. You see now. Okay, let's see if you guys see the same thing now. So what I was saying is that, because I actually created this and I was explaining, but I thought you guys were seeing what I'm seeing, but clearly you were not. So what I was saying is that you can obviously see different formats of creating whatever YouTube, videos and post, whatever. So you can go to search and search for like YouTube thumbnail, for example, right? So when you click on YouTube thumbnail, so when you click on YouTube thumbnail, I'm hoping that we are now seeing the same thing. Now we can see that there's so many thumbnails that are here, right? And then you have to choose, okay, which thumbnail do I want to use? You can choose any. And there's an option to obviously create a blank one. But let's say you don't have a design idea, then you decide to choose like this one, for example, right? I keep checking my phone to see that you guys are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Please comment and tell me if you're seeing what I'm seeing. I don't think you're seeing what I'm seeing. I don't think you guys see what I'm seeing. Okay, let's see. Let's try this again. My word. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to be teaching you something. If you need this, just bear with me. Be patient. I'm sure you're going to be seeing it now. You see this? Yes. Awesome. You see this. Now, this is what we clicked on, and this is what you're going to see, right? Now, you will see this picture, and then obviously, like, okay, how can I put my own details? So let's assume that you want to take this circle and put it to the other side. You just drag it like that, and assuming that you want to change colors, right? Let's say you want to have like red colors or whatever, and then change the name to YouTube maybe. You can just automatically do that. Change the name there, resize it, change the way you want. And of course, now you want the colors to match and all that. You come here and then you say, okay, this is the pink color. You click on it and then you go there and then you change it to that red, similar to the one that you have, right? And then you come to workout. You still click on it like that, and then you probably want to make it white, maybe. So when you make it white, you're like, oh, what happened to my text? So nothing wrong happened to your text. It's just white. You just need to click on it and go to A. This, guys, is similar to your Word document. So like I would assume that everyone knows this kind of tools. So like it's not even a train smash. You come there and then you change the color. Now you have to change the name. So what is the topic for today? It's YouTube Masterclass, right? So this is our topic for today. Now you like, but it doesn't look like it was looking earlier. So what you can do, instead of just leaving it like that, you have to drag it so that it can somehow be the same as it was. But you feel like, oh my word, I actually want it to be on the other side. You can still move it. You take it there and then you move. You can just move it, put this in the background, just move it like that. But obviously it can be Masterclass YouTube. So you have to start with YouTube. You can do that and then put Masterclass. So there you go. You've got your YouTube Masterclass. And then you like, but this picture right here, no, I don't like it. It's obviously, it's not myself. I want a picture of myself. Now, what do? You can go there and then go to search for a picture. So you can just check for any random picture. So which picture can I choose? Let me choose this one. Right? Now, so this is a picture that I chose. And what do? I just click on it. No, not like that. Undo. I just click on it and drag it. Drag it like that. And then that's it. I've got my picture. But now I feel like I want myself to show a little bit more. You can see that there's this black thing right here. You see it's moving. You can click on it and move it around so that you can get more visibility on the picture. And earlier what I was saying was, I don't like and you guys were not seeing that. I was saying I don't like the the filters for Canva, they are just not, they are dull, they are just not the best. Look at that, look at that. You see, they are just not best. The only best one is the black and white. That's what I see. So if I decide not to do it, I can just go to adjust and see if I want to make it a little bit brighter or darker, or make a little bit, you know, something like that, not to make it too much. You see? So I can have something like that. And maybe because you like, I'm having a conversation about YouTube, how about I add a YouTube icon similarly to that one on the screen? So these tools have free resources like for you. You've got elements, and you can go there and search. You search, and then you go and then you search, you say YouTube, and then you see here's the logo of a YouTube. So if you want to put it here and you feel like, I don't want that gray, I want white, you can just select on that color, change the color, resize it, and put it there. And there you have it. You have your YouTube logo showing. If maybe you want to put your Instagram or whatever, Instagram, there, you take it. There you go. You put it there. Like you've got everything. Like there are all the social media icons that you want. All the social media icons that you want. Even a different one for YouTube, you can get it. It's there. You can even decide to change a color if you want to make it yellow, which I wouldn't understand why you want to make it yellow. But for example, you can just change the colors. It's all up to you. You get my point? So this is what you can do, right? Now, on the same page, I'm going to show you how to create a video, like maybe an intro video, right? So when you look at these tabs right here, you will see that there are different tabs. So there's videos here, meaning you can get free videos, you see? So you can choose like this background, business, nature, what. So I'll just go to backgrounds here, right? I'll just go to backgrounds. And some of these ones you probably see that I've used already, like this one. On the Morning Glory video, you usually see this water thingy. So let me make an example. What can I make an example with? Let's make an example with this one. So you just drag and put it here. So when you drag this and put it here, you've got texts that you can use. You can add text and just choose whichever text that you want. Let's say you want to take thank you, right? You take the text as it is. If you want to separate the texts, you can click here on ungroup, and then once you say ungroup, you can now move all the text and just differently. So let's assume that you want to put a message to say, welcome to my channel, you know? This is just an example, guys. I won't really do the hectic stuff. I'm just giving you the idea. So if you want to learn this, you will have to teach yourself, right? Let's assume that you're saying like, welcome to my channel or something like that, right? And you can resize, right? You can resize, change the shape or the angle. And then maybe someone is looking at this like, I don't like this font. This font is ugly. You go here, you change the font. You can change this font to any type of font that you want. You can change it to any type of font that you want. And then maybe still you like, I like this font, but I don't like how the shadow is showing. You can change and remove the shadow and just leave it as it is. And you can even change the color of the name. You can change the color, you know, be it you want it to be black or whatever color. Even here, You can even play around to test colors and see which color works. Guys, this is similar to a Word document, basically. This is an advanced version of a Word document, but in a design format, right? So let's keep it to white. I think white works better. Because another thing, you have to see which colors works better. So let's change this maybe to this format. Maybe we can leave it like that, right? Or it can be a Kelly format. So it can be just about anything. You get to choose, basically. So yeah, you can play around with this. So this is me just giving you an idea, right? Now you have obviously that option, but obviously let's just try to make it consistent and neat. It's important that it looks neat, right? Consistency is important. So you want to make sure that you keep it consistent throughout. This is not the right font. I'm trying to get the same font that I used, but I'm not winning. I'm not winning. But you get the idea. You get the idea. So yeah, basically this is the same font. And also, if you feel like I want to make this capital letters, you can even do it. You can even do it. Click there, it's capital letters. Click there, it's capital letters. You done. If you feel like you want to brighten it up, change a bit of color, make it pop, you do that. You see? If you undo it, you just undo. It's the same process. Now, when it comes to this, you're probably saying, but Ntabi, there's sometimes where you add nice features and all that. All these nice features, you find them here. Like, these are all the features. You've got the stickers. Even the stickers allow, actually not that. Like the stickers, for example. On the stickers, you can just use anything. If anything speaks like this thing. Look at this shape. Look at that. Why is it not showing forward? Okay, it's not showing. I don't know why. There, you see? I just clicked that and then got this, and it's here. Now, already this is a video. Now you have options to animate it. You click here, you animate, you decide. Do you want the text to come out this way? Do you want it to come out like flying in or fading out? Or as a photo, or zooming in, you know, like it's zoomed in. That you try all these options, right? And after that, already, if I've created this on also under this picture, already I can also animate this. I can animate this and make it a video. You see? Do you see the changes? See? Okay, this one, it shows that you have to buy it. This is an option to buy it, so that, but there are free ones like the zoom, the breathe. You see? Do you guys see? I hope that you guys are watching and commenting there. But basically this, guys, basically that. You can just play around with things. And how you save it, you just click on download and then you save it as a video. If maybe you want to do like an intro for your YouTube video, you save it as a video, or you can save it as a picture. You can choose if you want to save the first image as a PNG, you save that and then you choose you want page number 1 or page number 2. It's even written there, so it's as simple as possible. Like, it's simple like that. So that's something that you need to take note of. And then you download, you save it to wherever you want to save it to, and then you're done. And then you're done. You have your thumbnail, you have your intro video, and then you're done. And then you're done. That is basically that. Let me have my banana. That is basically it. I hope you guys have questions for me. I hope you guys have questions for me, or you saw what I was doing. It's that simple. If you don't know, if you've never used Canva, what I just showed you, if you can learn that, then you're done. You're done with Canva. You done with worrying about people doing posters or whatever, or covers or thumbnails or whatever for your YouTube and whatnot. If you can master those things, you are finished. You are done. You are done. I always use Canva, but I need to do better with designing more instead of copying and pasting. This was helpful. That is great. That is great. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I feel like if you just take something as it is and you don't try to twist it a little bit, maybe change colors, change the direction of things, there's probably someone who is using the same thing. So it's like, even when a person sees it, like, I've seen this somewhere. So try to experiment. But also, if you are not a designer, you are not obliged to do that. It's still fine. You can still use whatever, like, use it the same way and maybe change colors and everything and use your own pictures. Of course, it can still be fine, because not everyone is a designer. Not everyone will have a designer's mindset or have an idea of how to do things. So it's okay. It's okay even if you just use it the same way, because it's available for free. So whoever is going to come to you and say, you copied what? Just say to them, but it's a free source. What do you mean? It's a free source, and those are free templates that I could use, and it works for me. So what's the problem? What's your problem? All right. That's something that you need to note. We saw the screen share. Yes. Okay. Oh, that was the previous message. At least, for the past 6 minutes or more, Canva on desktop, that's lag for everyone. Yeah, that was bad, because I noticed later that it was not showing the part that I was explaining. So apologies for that, but at least I managed to rectify that and fix it for you guys. Oh wow, I didn't realize you could animate thumbnails to create a video that way. Now you know, honey. Now you know. Now you know. You see? Now you know. You can have the same thumbnail and even use a similar, like, use that in the form of a video. And then you're done. So I'm glad that you have seen another part of Canva that you can utilize and use. And these features are also available on the mobile device, by the way. Canva is also available on a mobile device. I have the app. I'm trying to get better lighting. I'm not winning. Okay, can you see that? That is Canva. I have Canva on my phone, and I can use it. I can use it the same way as I've been doing it on the thingy. On the way I've been using it, I mean on what we've been doing right now. And right now, and it automatically saves whatever. Oh, guys, this is bad. It automatically saves whatever that we've been doing, right? So right now we just created this, right? We just created that and that. And automatically it's there. So even the mobile side of it, it's available. If you are here and you create content using your phone, you can use the Canva here and then download it to your phone, not necessarily on the desktop. So something that you have to note is that before, certain features that would be on the desktop, available on the laptop, were not available on the mobile device, but now they are available. All those features are available. All those features are available. So if you're out here this is an opportunity for you to actually take advantage of it and use that. You see, I mean, guys, Canva it's free. It's somehow an advantage to improve your thumbnails, improve the way you place colors and whatnot, especially if you don't have the eye for designing, which is something that I always emphasize. If you don't have the eye for designing stuff or just being a designer and all that, it's okay to just take whatever that's saying, take it as it is, and apply it. That's my view. That's my view. So that is my advice to you. You can take that and try to make it work, because that's a solution that I can give you for now. And I can always try to show you using, what do you call this, like your Photoshop and all that. But I feel like Canva is the easiest, because with Photoshop, you will have to actually create content from scratch. You will have to create the size. You firstly need to create the size of the thumbnail. Secondly, to add a picture, create text. Is like it's just more work, especially if you don't have some kind of idea of how to design and all that. So yeah, I'm hoping that that part of Canva was a little bit insightful to you and you were able to take something out of it, because honestly, the issue of thumbnails is also a part of why, you know, sometimes your videos don't perform well and everything, because maybe you just have, like, you know, when you just created a video, you have uploaded it, and then you haven't put a thumbnail. Sometimes it's like a part of your video while you're talking, and then you appear like your thumbnail appear like you're looking like this, like you're talking. It's like this. It's like there's nothing, and the quality is not great and everything. So try by all means to take note of such things, because you want to also give a person a reason to click, right? And here's another thing. There are people that are not using using like thumbnails where they would write a topic of that video or whatever the case may be, but they will still get more views. And I want you to understand something, that most people that are as well established, that have their channels well established and all that, they already have an audience. And as much as they can just write a title and just maybe put a picture of themselves without putting in the topic on the side or whatever, it's still fine, because they know they have built an audience, and their audience will go and watch either way, or they will just read the title and just go, because already they somehow have built a community that knows the kind of content that they create. So if you are a beginner, like we are, like starting, we are obviously growing in this space, you must consider that. Make sure that there's some kind of visibility, because something about, and this is something that I forgot to mention as I was showing you the thumbnail. What I forgot to mention to you is that when you create thumbnails, the font that you use is also important. If you're going to use a font that is curly and all that, no one is going to be able to read all of that. No one is going to be able to read all of that content. No one is going to read exactly what you are actually pointing out and all that. So it's quite important that you consider trying out many ways to, you know, do the content. And I will just make a typical example and show you what I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you my channel. So, okay, right now we are live, right? And this is my channel. You can see my thumbnails that all those videos are consistent, fine. And you can see that I've tried different ways of doing thumbnails. I've tried different ways that, you know, would work and everything, different fonts and all of that. So this is me making sure that I try out whichever what thumbnail that could work best, or that I think would work best and all that. So these are some things that you need to take note of, to say you need to constantly try, to constantly learn, to constantly try and see what would actually work better or best for you. All right. So that's something that you need to take note of. And yeah, and with thumbnails, you can never stop experimenting, because I feel like sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not winning in this space or whatever. If maybe there are no, I feel like we need to try all different methods until we get to a level where we feel like, oh, okay, you know what, at least here things are getting a little bit better and all that. So I think we just need to try all of that. And another thing, let's try to make sure that at least the quality of maybe the images that we use is not that bad. Because sometimes we just post and then the quality is like pretty bad. And when the quality is pretty bad, that's when people don't click, because they can't see clearly, they can't see the picture clearly and all that. So, and when I speak about at least quality pictures, I'm not saying that go and do a photo shoot every day when you do a video so that you can put it on your thumbnail. No, take your phone, try to make sure that the lighting is right, or your camera or whatever, try to make sure that the lighting is right. Now there has to be some kind of an idea to see that it's, you know, there's some kind of light somehow. So try by all means to do that. Okay, that's basically my point. Try to make sure that there's a little bit of light, you can see what's happening in the picture. Don't just put a picture like that. Even brightening up the picture a little bit, it helps, you know. And you can never know until you constantly try and work on it. Unfortunately, that part is really not an easy one to say that it will just work out or whatever. You're gonna need to try many ways, but then again, it's all up to you, and you can just try to be as consistent as possible. And if, like, it's up to you. I think it's all up to you. Consider that, and just but the main fact is that make sure that the text that you put out is visible. So most advices that you will get, and come back to my channel, come back to my DMs, come back to any video or this video and come and comment and saying, Tabby, you are actually right. Majority of even great YouTubers or great YouTube creators, or even YouTube itself, I bet YouTube creator has a comment on that to say that you need to use font that is visible, font that is readable, font that people can be able to see and read out. And you want to make sure that the font that you create is not just readable when a person clicks on the laptop or on the clicks on the computer only. You want to make sure that the content is also clearer when a person is on their mobile device. Let's do that. Ooh. Excuse me, the light is just not doing the right things for us. Come on. The light is not liking us, guys. I'm not sure which angle would be best for me to show you. Yeah, you see? Yeah, there. So this is now shown in a mobile device, right? Now, the fact that it's in a mobile device, you want to make sure that you are able to read. A person who is looking at your videos from a mobile, they have to be able to read the title on the thumbnail. If they cannot read it, then it's a problem. Because we have to remember something, that not not everyone uses a not everyone uses a laptop or whatever. Some people use mobile devices. Some people use mobile devices. So it's a question of, so if you are just making sure that your font is a little bit visible to someone who is on the laptop, what about the mobile? So it has to be responsive. Responsive is the word. It has to be responsive. This is the language that we speak when we design websites and all that. So when we design websites, we make sure that the website becomes responsive. When you look at the website on a mobile, it still looks, you can even see like it shrinks to that, to accommodate the mobile screen, tablet, all of that. So it's the same thing that you want to do with your thumbnail. But the main important thing is to make sure that your titles are a little bit bigger, or your your text is a little bit bigger and a bit bold. And even the color, make sure that you don't use it, guys, like okay, if you're using black as your background color and using different colors instead of like white, for example, or colors that are just bright and more readable, then I would advise you to just think about that. So make sure that you use, if you use black on, you can't use black on green, or green on black or something. Use colors that can, black and white, somehow they kind of work together, because the black is lightened by the white and the white is lightened by the black, if I'm making sense. So there has to be some kind of good contrast. Yes, you can't just use random colors that are just bad to the eyes. And again, something that you have to note is that visuals are quite important, because when a person views or looks at something, the colors can also say a lot about their attention span on reading what you have wrote. If your topic is YouTube Masterclass session, for example, or part 1, if the background and the font color are not mixing up, are not adding up, you won't, like, a person will probably not read the whole thing because it's distracting or disturbing to the eyes. So it's those little things that you need to take note of. I mean, I have an advantage of a designer's point of view, but not every one of us who are not, of course, because some of us or some people are just are YouTubers and other things, but they don't know much about design, and they wouldn't know, because you would see a great video, they create great content, but when you see the thumbnail, the background is harsh, the text is harsh. I mean, there's a website that I've once seen, and I think those websites are still there, and I don't know, like, why is it that people still create those websites where the website would be black, like the website will be all black, and then the text will be either blue or green or yellow, like colors that are just painful to the eyes. Colors that are just painful to the eyes. So take note of that, guys. Take note of that, okay? So yeah, I think we're done with the thumbnails part. I think we're done with that. Right. Now, can we get to the next point? We have we have 37 minutes to go. So this live is going to be 3 hours. We have 37 or 36 minutes to go. Now, I want us to make this 36 minutes worth it. I want us to make it count. Now, I want us to talk about, well, this is obviously, especially if you're a YouTuber, you already know about this. I'm sitting in bed, so I'm trying to make sure that my leg sits right. So pardon me for moving around and moving the screen. I need it to be comfortable. All right. I need it to be comfortable. Now, can we touch on the fact that yo I was 2 hours late. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think what we shared about the fact that you already have a channel, I don't think you've missed. Well, you kind of missed out. You kind of missed out, but I think some of the things you would have an idea on, because at the beginning we touched a lot on issues of starting a channel, the do's and don'ts, and things that you need to be aware of and all that. And also we spoke about views and the issue of not dwelling too much on the number of views you have. Just continue creating content and the right people will catch on eventually. And of course, it will just take that particular one video for you to really get more recognition or bigger recognition. And that can only be done when you keep consistent and when you keep improving and doing your best. So I don't really think you've missed quite a lot. And you already have a channel, so it's not that bad. But of course, do a replay and make sure that you help sis with the watch time. Let's help each other, guys. Let's help each other, and let's do that. But of course, well, I wouldn't just want a person to just watch to help me just get watch time, but I want a person to watch, to listen, to get an understanding, to get something out of it and everything. Because like I said, when I get to like your 50K, 100K subscribers, my language, my tone will be different. I would have learned so much more. So imagine if someone is stuck on 500 subscribers. I will be talking to 20K subscriber people and all that. So the question is, are you coming with me or are you remaining behind? The big question is, are you coming with or are you remaining behind? That's the biggest question. So that's why it's important for me to always emphasize to you guys that every information that I gather, everything that I learn and everything, I'm going to share with you, because I also want you to grow. I want us to grow together, guys. I want us to be able to just, find a way to grow, Somebody saying, I'm coming with you. Yeah. Well, you have grown. I think your channel is kind of established, Sambo. So you are, at least you are not bad. So yeah. I'm now talking to people that are, but yeah, they can, but something about growth, which is something that I need to emphasize, is that the fact that you have grown, or let's say, for example, you are on 500 subscribers or you are on 1,000 subscribers. If you wake up tomorrow and you are on 3,000 subscribers, you must remain humble. Remain humble. Don't feel like, you know what, I'm the boss, I'm the what, I know better or whatever. No. You must humble yourself and remember that that one subscriber is the one that helped you to reach that level. So often we think that when we get to another level, we should just forget that, hey, those people that help us or that supported us were the ones that, were making things happen for us. So let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. All right. So e-tutor, so listen, you don't have to worry. I think you sorted on that part. Now, the other part that I want us to look into is the issue of how best we can grow and build our engagements. Now, I think building an engaging community is very important. And I think that is basically what we struggle with. That is basically what we most struggle with, because we create content, but we probably don't have more people watching. We create content, but we're wondering, so who are we gonna attract? How are we gonna attract them, and all of that, right? So now, one thing that we need to take note of is that YouTube is not limiting us to just create content just here on YouTube, but YouTube gives us an opportunity to share our content or share our videos on different platforms. You can share your video on Instagram. You can share your video on Facebook. You can share on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and all of that. So meaning we must take advantage of these resources that are available for us to use in terms of us growing or trying to, build more engagements. All right. You get my point. So it's very important. Okay, I'm seeing the comments, but I'll come back to the comments. So it is very important for us to do that, guys, to take advantage of all these other social media platforms. Now, just a quick tutorial in terms of how you can share or put out your content on social media. Now, after creating a video, right? I think I'm just gonna go to one random video on my channel and just go to the share option. Actually, I think let me share. So what I'm gonna do now is let's do this. I'm quickly going to, where is that? Okay, I'm trying to do something. Please give me a sec, guys. Right, so I'm just gonna make a typical example there. So I'm gonna show you guys an example. And this is something that you guys already know. Some of you don't, but some do. Well, I believe most of us do, but we just never use it. Now, after creating your video is here, is ready, right? And not everyone obviously will see it unless you also share it and all that. The share button has all the different platforms. So the share button allows you to share on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on email, on WhatsApp, Reddit. Like, there's just so many platforms available, guys. There are just so many platforms available, as you can see there, right? So now, my point is, let's take advantage of this free social media tools so that we can organically help our channels to grow. Because this is what we call a call to action. When you take your link and then share it somewhere, you'll never know. Maybe someone might be interested by looking at the thumbnail, and then they click, they come to your website, they watch, and then they like, and then they end up subscribing, right? And you do it the right way. You are not even trying to sell or try to force people. You're not forcing, you're just sharing it on your timeline, right? You share it on your Facebook and it will be seen by all your Facebook people. So in that way, at least if someone decides to like or feel like, okay, I like this topic, let me click and go watch. They do that. So that is the simplest ways to really market ourselves organically. And the reason why I'm emphasizing the fact that we should market ourselves or our channels organically is because, guys, we have a serious disease on YouTube. There's a disease on YouTube. There is a disease on YouTube, and the YouTube disease is the sub for sub. The YouTube disease is the sub for sub. A lot of people rely so much on sub for sub. They are so hopeful that this sub for sub will help them to get more people, get more views and all that. And unfortunately, that is not even allowed. YouTube does not support sub for sub. 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 I had to repeat it 100 times so that it clicks. It does not support it. It is not right. And also the fact that it doesn't support it, it means that it's actually right. And think about it. When you do the sub for sub, you sub for sub just because you want to get an additional number. People will subscribe to your channel, but they won't watch your videos. But they just do it because, no, I just want to have an extra subscriber. And something about YouTube, the growth on YouTube is not really about what? It's not really about you getting extra subscriber or whatever. It's all about you working on making sure that you build an engaging audience and all that. That +1 subscriber, yes, eventually they will count for you to even get monetized, whatever, but humble yourself, rest, come back to earth, relax. Do not do sub for sub. Do not even consider buying YouTube subscribers. Don't even buy them. Let me read this comment and I'll come back to the buying of the things. Okay, we have I have no idea of creating a WhatsApp group for my audience. I you know what? I don't have a WhatsApp group for audience, but you can Google that in terms of how you can, if you want to have a WhatsApp group for your audience, you can, no, you can actually just create a group. You can get a tutorial here as to how you create a a WhatsApp group, and yeah, that shouldn't be a problem for you. But also if you create a group, it's a question also, do you have an audience already? So you can't just create a group and there's no audience. So yeah. I used to share my videos to my blogger that way, but I understand the other destinations. Then I learned that WordPress was the way, the truth, and the light. So I abandoned I abandoned my blog. Yo, yeah, nice. So yeah, I know, that's fine. At least you found something that works. But can I tell you guys something? Can I be honest about something? And this is something that we probably we're not aware of or something. Especially, well, actually, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just want to give a light, and I noticed that, okay, let me explain. So, like, for example, on my, okay, I like demonstrating. I love demonstrating, so I will go to my website and demonstrate. Ne? I'm going to log into my website and demonstrate. Let me remove that. I think demonstrating for me, or showing exactly what I'm talking about, makes things easy. Makes things quite easy for me. Quite easy for me. All right, so welcome to my personal website, by the way. Real Talk with Ntabi, right? Now, this is my work, whatever. And here, what you see under 4 Women Empowerment Talks, right? You see the video right here. And this video, you can see that it's a YouTube video. This is a WordPress website, by the way. So I'm talking about this because we were talking about WordPress now. Now, when you click on this video, you can actually, guys, what's happening? My network. I'm still excited, and I'm so looking forward to engaging with you. I'm looking forward to, getting to know you. And so This means that you can watch this video here. You can watch it within the website. And now, one thing that you need to take note of is that it doesn't count as views. So if a person watches this video from here, it doesn't count. It doesn't add that as an extra view on YouTube, unfortunately. A person would need to, because as you saw, there's an option to watch on YouTube. A person will need to click and actually go into, okay, so a person will need to click and go into YouTube directly to go watch it from there. So if they just watch it from the website, unfortunately nothing will happen. It won't add as an extra view. It's the same thing as you posted, because it's only like on WordPress and on LinkedIn where you can play automatically there. Yeah. So unfortunately for that, it's a problem. Well, it's still a good marketing strategy, because most people end up clicking and actually watching the video from YouTube, right? And end up going and subscribing. But the truth is, it's not adding it as a view and all that. It could have been nice if it was actually adding as a view. I'll probably have all my or majority of my YouTube videos on my website or on a couple of my websites. So that is just something that I want you to highlight you on. My bandwidth is a little bit low, but yeah, that is something that I wanted to point out to you. All right. So yeah, that's something that is very important. So take note of that part. You got it? I hope that you got it. Now, we can move from the part of, marketing or promoting yourself on other platforms. And I think I can wrap it up to say that self-marketing or self-promoting your work is actually the way to go. And my advice is that do not consider buying subscribers and all that, because it's not helpful. It's not going to help your channel. You're going to get a couple of those views or whatever, but it eventually hurts your channel, because as much as you get great views and all that, you find that even amongst those great views, you didn't even get one person who subscribed, and you didn't get even one person who has decided to even watch the video until the end. And it's like different sources. So now it's like, okay, so you bought the subscribers to like and watch this particular video or whatever. And then what happens after that? What happens when you consistently post videos? It's like this is some kind of a drug that you are busy consuming. It's like you are busy consuming something. You are feeding yourself something, and then tomorrow when it's not there, what then? Isn't that going to hurt you? Isn't that going to hurt you? So you must really think twice about these things. We must, not you, but we must. We must really think twice about these things, because that's very important. So you mean if it's on WordPress, it doesn't count as a view? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When a person watches it from the website itself, like I was showing you earlier, when you're busy playing it from the website itself, unfortunately, it doesn't. One will have to click and watch it from, one will have to click and watch it on YouTube for it to be added as a view. So here is like, it's like just a quote, a script to just, it's like a preview. I think I can make an example with when you do a premiere, like a premiere video, when you post it, it will have like a trailer video showing at the top. That trailer video that is showing It's a video within your videos, but it won't get an extra view just because you print the trailer. I don't know if you get what I mean. Let's say you have a video that is 30 seconds or a minute. Yeah, let's say 30 seconds. And then you use that as part of the trailer while people wait to get to watch the premiere and all that. While people are waiting, it will play as a trailer and all that, or as an intro part type of thing, but it won't count as a view. So it's the same thing as on WordPress. It's embedded on the WordPress, but you will have to watch it on YouTube. It's the same as LinkedIn, because you can still watch on LinkedIn, but you won't be able to, you won't be able to generate the view from there. Guys, we could have gotten a lot of watch times. Think about it. Just think about it. Especially me, when it comes to what LinkedIn, I could have got my watch time by now. If that was the case, I could have got my watch time. If that was the case, I could have gotten my watch time. The idea of YouTube is to drive traffic to the platform. So I guess that's why. The whole idea is for people to click on YouTube, on the video to go. That's why there's that option that says watch on YouTube. But think about it. Let's make an example with what is this? Instagram. So the Instagram stories. So on the Instagram stories, let's assume you repost your IGTV, for example, right? You have done a video and you saved it on IGTV. So the minute you share it to your post, it will show a preview of the video playing for a couple of seconds or a minute if it's a minute or two. And then it won't show the whole part of the video. So it will have a link where you have to click and go watch the video. And the minute you click and then go watch, that's when it will add as an extra view. I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong, but that's what I've noticed. Is it a good idea to watch your videos to increase watch time? I'm still doing my homework on that one. But apparently, if you are watching your own videos, and let's assume that I'm watching my own videos from this laptop and my phone, whatever, and the IP address is the same. Apparently that there's a problem somewhere. That's why I'm saying I'm still doing my research. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's happening. But I watch my own videos, by the way. I sometimes watch my own videos. Actually, not sometimes. I always watch my own videos. Either I would connect it on my TV and just watch whatever, or I watch it on my phone and everything. So at this point, I don't have big facts or enough facts, but I will definitely find out for you. But one thing that I know is that if we are watching a video, the same video, maybe a couple of times in a day, and it's linked to the same IP address, then right there, it becomes a problem. So I don't have all the information at this point. It will be part of my next video, or whichever video I'm gonna do again soon. And this is the second time actually I've been asked this question. So yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with watching your videos. I don't think there's a law that YouTube has put out there to say don't watch your own videos. I don't think there is. So what that means is that I guess you can still watch your videos, but if maybe, because there are those, I mean, sometimes, I mean, guys, let's be honest, sometimes I would just leave a playlist playing of my videos and hoping that it will count or whatever. But if I'm the one who's watching my own videos, I don't know if it counts. So I will definitely put that on my list and somehow help and see if I cannot assist. And once I've gathered all the knowledge possible, then yeah, I will be glad to share that. I'll be glad to share that. Right. So yeah, that's basically that. So yeah, those things are tricky. We need to know all these things. So it can be a little bit hectic, I know, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. We can only do so much, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Truth is, I mean, I wish I could just watch my videos. I mean, if my watch time was like adding, which I don't think it does. I don't know. Unless I'm watching a different I don't know. But I feel like it's a little bit wrong or something like that. So, I mean, I could be playing my videos day and night so that they can reach that watch time. But yeah. But then again, guys, one thing that you guys need to note about me is that I'm not in any rush to. Yes, I can't wait to get to the point where I get that monetization letter or check or whatever. But I'm not really rushing into it or rushing to get there because I don't want to miss out on the important part, which is, learning just about anything on YouTube. I don't want to miss out on that and just focus on wanting to get to the level where monetized, whatnot, Like I said, I feel like I'm a second year on YouTube. I honestly feel like I'm a second year and I still have 2 years to go, 2 more years to go to actually graduate from YouTube. So yeah, I feel like I'm still a second year at this point. That's how I feel. So yeah, that's how I feel. So basically that's it, guys. I think what we touched on was really speaking a lot in terms of how you can better the things. And sometimes it's a little, like just the little things that you don't realize or you're not applying in your channel and all of that. And when I started this video, I was like, you know what, you don't even underestimate the fact that Ntabi's the one who's sharing this information and her channel is just only in 1,000. Yet she's telling me all of this and all of that. You can never stop learning, and for as long as I learn, for as long as I somehow work on my research, learning something and all that, for as long as I'm able to do that, I'm gonna share with you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep sharing with you. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm tired now. I think we can call it a night. I'm now tired. And I'm sleepy too. It's the first time I do a live recording at this time of night, but I hope that you really found it insightful. I think what we can end this video with is to just let me take you through to the back end, to the YouTube studio, and then we can call it a night, right? Like I'm not even worried in terms of I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you something. I'm quickly going to the live just to make sure that it shows the right page, because hey, lately it's been doing things. Like earlier it did funny things. Okay, let's see something. I just want to see if it's going to that dashboard. Okay, it's going. All right, so this is the back end, my laptop, oopsie, my laptop is actually dying. Let me charge it so that it doesn't die. Excuse me, I'm coming. Okay, charging. Now, the quickest way to actually see if your channel is closer to monetization or what is, when you click on the dashboard, right? You just quickly go to your analytics and whatever. You can click on monetization and then it will quickly show you. So you see how far I am. I'm still far. I'm so far from getting monetized. Very far. Very far. So this was last updated on the 8th. So it still needs to update the 9th and the 10th, right? So now when I come to analytics and check, okay, what's happening? How's the reach? The impressions are a bit low and all that, but I want us to focus on the watch time. So when I click on the watch time and then go to 6, like for a year. So from April 2020 to April 2021, I've got 1.8 subscribers in total, I guess. I mean, watch time in total. So if there's one part that is very important in your back end is knowing your watch time, understanding your views, understanding your audience, which I think is important, understand where your traffic is coming, where your people are coming. YouTube still Facebook still happens to be my number one number of people that really watch my videos and all that. Number one platform. So check all of those things. It's important to really familiarize yourself with this part, because sometimes you don't know what is this impression click-through rate drop. So this means is that like a few people were clicking on my thumbnail and all that. So it's just a lot. You have to familiarize yourself with this. But the back end topic is something that we can talk about another time and all that. It can, it's a lot. It's broad. It's actually a lot. So I can only just give you an idea of just a little bit. But yeah, if I need to do that video, I'll definitely dedicate time to that. But not now. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm sleepy now. So yeah, I think we can call it a night, guys. Like, you guys are quiet. Can you guys say something? Are you hearing me? Are you engaging? I mean, are you learning something and all that? So are you guys good? Are you guys good? I know, like, I'm sleepy right now, but I still have the energy. I can hear what I'm saying. I can, understand what I'm saying. I can see you guys. So yeah. Are you guys good? Is there any other questions that you guys have? Because I think that I'm done for the night. I'm done for the day if it's midday to you. So yeah. I think what I can summarize this conversation or this masterclass, YouTube masterclass, I would say that do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your channel. Do not honestly think that just because your channel is currently not doing well, that is the end of the world. Don't think that it will not get better. Don't think that you won't see progress or you won't see any changes happening. You will definitely see those changes happening. Just keep going, keep doing amazing, keep pushing yourself, and yeah, you will get there. You will get there eventually. You will get there. This was lots of useful value. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much. I will definitely enjoy my night. I'm seeing my bed. I'm picturing my bed right now. I'm picturing my bed. I'm not like I'm still yet to get used. I'm still gonna get used to creating long videos, because the 3 hours videos always give me a headache when like right now I can feel like I have a headache. So the time, like after 3 hours, that's like I could, or closer to the 3 hours, I can feel that, you know what, I have a headache. So like, yeah, the talking too much and the ring light, this light, it's small, but it hurts my eyes. And funny enough, I need to get a bigger one because if I'm gonna be doing videos at night, the lighting is just not perfect for me. So yeah. Thank you so much, guys. This is it from me. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for engaging. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you've learned something. Like, I hope that there's something that you took. I'm glad that like Laquita took something out of it. It was valuable, and thank you for that feedback. I'm happy to know that it was valuable, and it's such feedback that keeps me going. And yeah. Sorry. Thank you so much. We choose a 30-minute show for that reason. The longer, the tougher. Exactly. I know it's tough. I can just hear my brains are just going, yeah, it's tough. But yeah, at least we did it. We managed to get to 3 hours. So we did it. But yeah, I think that 30 minutes works. But I guess also, I think with me, you know, when you're still trying to build an audience and all that, it's like you don't know who's gonna come in what time. And often when I'm almost at the end wrapping up, that's when like you would get more engagement on all that. So yeah, but anyway, like we said earlier, we will get there. Things will just be revealed. Things will just be better. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. May you have a good day, a good evening. If it's midnight, if it's morning, like it's 11:09 where I am right now in South Africa. So whatever time it is where you are, yeah, hope you have an amazing day. Be blessed, stay blessed, keep working on yourself, keep working on your content. Do not give up on your content, do not give up on yourself. And yeah, I'm seeing lots of love from Tenjiwe, lots of love from me. Tenjiwe, I don't know how you do it. Tenjiwe would go on for like more than 3 hours, 4 or 5. Yo, I think this is great maybe during the day, maybe going to like the extent of 3-4 hours. But now, ooh, my head, like I'm tired now. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna be all tired and be all sleep in front of you. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm supposed to wrap this up in the good way. So thank you so much for your love. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much. So I'm gone, and yeah, let's meet again tomorrow on the Morning Glory, and a little bit later at 7 o'clock, where we will be engaging with Tenjiwe on her YouTube channel. Keep up the good work. It will pay off soon. I receive, my queen. I receive. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Have a good night, guys. Listen, I'm gone. This is me signing out. Much love to you. Cheers.